Do you see this flawless base? Stick around so you can get the detailed steps. Bye. Hey guys, it's Samsoflawless here. Today I want to show you my step-by-step routine of a flawless base. So first, we're going to begin by using my Nars Light Reflecting Foundation. This is in the shade Macao. I've been using Nars for years and I will just never give Nars up. So the brush I'm using is just a random brush that I probably purchased from Marshalls or TJ Maxx, but it gets the job done, and we are going to just apply this foundation all over my face. Next step, I'm going to be using my favorite concealer. So this concealer is the Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Concealer. I'm using the shades 5.1 and 4.3, and sometimes I use 4.1, but I didn't have that on me tonight, so we're just going to use 5.1 and 4.3. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply the 5.1 at the bottom portion of my under eye, and then I'm going to apply the 4.3 above the 5.1. So I want it to be darker at the bottom, lighter at the top, but I'm going to mix them in together once I start blending it out. So there I am applying the 4.3 up top, and it doesn't have to be perfect or pretty right here. It doesn't have to be precise. You just want to make sure that when you're blending it out, you're precise with the blending. So right now, I am using the Real Technique 402 brush to blend in my concealer. What I'm doing is I'm taking the concealer and I'm blending it out all the way to my cheekbone. So you want to blend it all the way out on both sides. As you can see, I'm taking it from the inner portion of my nose area all the way to my cheekbone, closer to like my hairline near my ear. And now we are just gonna blend, 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 blend. So now on this next step, I'm going to be using my foundation brush from Sephora to blend that concealer out just a little more. And I'm going to do that for all the areas that I apply concealer. Even my chin, I'm going to do that just to buff it out to give it a cleaner look. So next up, you guys, I will be using my Too Faced concealer to contour around that concealer area that we just completed. So I'm going from my ear to right to the inner portion of my nose to give like a hook effect. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back in with that Sephora foundation brush, and I'm going to use that to just buff the darker concealer up a little bit just to give it a shadow. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm just blending it in. And I can go a little darker on that concealer, but I'm okay with this one right now because it gives me just a little color, just enough color. So I'm going to blend that in. So I took a class and I learned this technique, and I've used this technique ever since I've taken the class. So basically what you want to do after you apply your contour on the outer area beneath your concealer, you want to go in, if you use a liquid concealer, you want to go on top of that with a powdered concealer to give it even more of a contour, shadowy effect on that area. And that's what I'm doing right now. And I'm looking in the mirror just to see that it looks okay. And I'm like, okay, it's giving shadow. Okay. Okay, so now what I am doing is I am using the Makeup Revolution concealer, and I use this to contour my nose. Sometimes I use powder, sometimes I use concealer, liquid concealer. So right now I'm using the liquid concealer, and I'm just applying just a little bit, just to give me a little something on that nose area. You know what I mean? Okay. So next I am going in with this beauty blender. I'm not sure where I got this beauty blender from. I think I got it from TJ Maxx or Marshall's. Same store. Anyway, I'm going in to blend that darker concealer alongside my nose to give me a little, a little slope on my nose, make it cute. And here is my favorite part. This part is where I apply my translucent powder. And I'm really a one size beauty translucent powder girl because it just gives what it's supposed to give. And I love the Laura Mercier translucent powder, but I really love this one size beauty translucent powder. So what I do is I apply it to my under eye area, and I don't leave it on for a long time. I just leave it for a couple of seconds, and then I wipe it off with the powder brush that I am using. And that powder brush is from Bdellium Tools. So I'm just swiping, swiping, swiping to ensure that I cleaned up all of the powder. So tell me what you guys think. Oh, and one last thing before you go. Right now, I am just doing a little dusting, cleaning up areas where I feel like it can be, touched up a little bit. And this is the final foundation base look. I think next time I am gonna go a little darker with my concealer because I can see that if I really go darker, I can really give it some, a little go. Oh, and I'm also, because I almost forgot this step, I'm going in to add just a little more darkness around my forehead area because I'm a little darker there. So I wanted to add that color back into my face. And bam. Ooh, girl, you is cute. Okay, that's all I got. So I'll see you guys later. Bye.